Good evening, lads and lasses. My name is Allaltitude, and welcome back to Gary's Mod. And from what you've just seen, this is going to be an interesting little thing. I haven't exactly done one of these before. Just popped in my head, and I just wondered if I can make my own little self-built AC-130, you know, little model thing. So basically, this is going to show you how you can build that. Now, of course, how you get the plane, however, you have to download a mod off the Steam Workshop. Would have guessed. It's actually pretty simple. It's not too complex, but it does involve the color tool and the rope tool. So let's get this started. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is download the aircraft plane, which is basically just called Whack Aircrafts. They have the community and they have the normal, and this is a C connector. I don't know what that's for. These are actually pretty difficult to fly, but once you figure out how to get their auto hover on, they're pretty easy to use. So of course the plane that I used for that one was the Hercules. I'm just gonna spawn one right there, and what do you know, it spawns the very plane that I was using. Alright, so now what we want to do is go to Spawnless and go underneath Builder and General, and what you want to do is find this giant cube. Alright, so you want to find a map like this and just take it somewhere in the middle of it. And I think there is a good height. See how high the skybox is. Yeah, I can go higher. Yeah, the skybox is pretty high. Alright, that's the sky. Alright, that's where we're gonna have our anchor, our rope anchor. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna have to use the color tool, but I'm not gonna use that right now because we're actually going to have to use that later. So what we want to do is go underneath constraints and find a rope and put your widenth all the way down. So therefore, once you place the rope, you can't see it. And now what you want to do is that you want to take your aircraft, or whatever you want to call it, somewhere up to your little skybox marker. It creates a nice little detail for your map if you're creating one. And I generally like it. I'm gonna try to extend this out. Let's go that far. Now, of course, you have no control of the plane when you, well, you know, get out of it. But here's where the rope comes into play. So you want to do is just put a rope. Let's put it there. Let's fly over here. And let's put it there. Alright, now you want to keep your plane frozen. And what you want to do is go in the driver's seat to start up the engine. And now what you want to do, once your engine's started up, just hold down W for whatever amount of time. Therefore, your plane's engines will start up and they will be able to launch. Alright. Now, you gotta be quick on this part. So what you want to do is just quickly left click and then E. Alright, now speed it up, speed it up. This will take you a few attempts if you have a little bit of trouble. Alright. Get it in the motion. There we go. And eject! Ow. But, there you go. You got your plane flying. Now, of course, if you see the angle it's at, you can't really change that, but what you could change is just basically the distance, and that's pretty much all you could change. And now here's where the color tool comes into play. Color, Select any color, take this white bar when you click on the color, you know, strength or whatever you want to call it, all the way down. Then you want to click that. And there you go. You got your own little roleplay or survival, horror, whatever thing if you want to use it in your map. Let's see what this looks like from ground perspective. Now, like I said, this is very easy to make, and it's not very complex. Although you will have to download a few mods in order to get this working. Just to let you guys know, just a heads up before you click off, you want to download the Whack Aircraft, and then you want to download their community items. Because I think if you don't have the Whack Aircraft, you know, the main segment, then the rest of it won't work. Which is kind of depressing, because I would actually get rid of the first one because they're no good,